Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Claudia and I'm here with another video. Today I have a really exciting video for you guys. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys a load of perfumes that I got from Ross, NORDSTROM Rack, and Bloomingdale's outlet. All these perfumes are under $50, so it's nothing in here is going to be over $50. And I'm going to share with you which ones were ahead and which ones were a miss, and hopefully that you enjoy this video. So we're gonna start with MUGLER Iced Star by MUGLER. This is by far my favorite. It is definitely ahead. This fragrance was I mean, the minute I sprayed it, oh my god, it was so good. It is very tropical. It's very fruity. I'm wearing it right now. So I smell some sort of pineapple and there's some sort of mango, perhaps guava or something. It reminds me a lot of KOURS 2 from Xerjoff, which I own, minus the lactonic experience. You don't have your lactonic experience here, but you do have all the fruits of it, and so that reminds me a lot of it. It was a really good find, and I think apparently like maybe $41 for it, so it's just delicious, and they gave me plenty of it, so I'll have this one forever. And it's all aged and carved as to what it is in there and how much I have of it in there, so it's a really good buy. It was a great find. And so we're gonna move on to our next one. I'm gonna get the next head. So the next head, it was Carolina Herrera, Good Girl. And I know maybe I'm late to the party, and it's not so much that I'm late to the party, it's just that I really didn't get into the whole you know, grace of this one when it started to come out, because I didn't care for the bottle. I thought it was a little bit tacky. I just didn't like it, and I should be no better than that, because I'm a big advocate of, you know, do not judge a book by its cover, or you know, a perfume by its bottle, because what really matters is the juice, and the juice is just delicious on this one. I think I smell caramel, some sort of praline or something in here. It's delicious, it's sexy, it's warm, it's wonderful, and I don't know where I've been all this time, but I love it, and now I am a fan, and now I think I'm gonna be collecting all the other Carolina Herrera Good Girls because of this one, and because of that one alone. So that was a hit. And then I got a lot of Cacharels. I know I have one lipstick, which is YESIAM, and that one is an amazing fragrance, and I'm really in love with it, so I went ahead and I got the YESIAM, I think it's called Pink First. So Pink First, it's in my humble opinion probably, along with YESIAM, the original, one of the best ones. I love it. I feel like it really delivers all the exciting notes in a very wonderful way. It lasts on my skin longer, and I love it. So I tried it, I tested it right away, so this one's definitely a hit. And then I got the next one from the lipstick line from YESIAM. It's gonna be Fabulous. No, this is not Fabulous. Hold on, let me tell you. This is, yeah, this is Glorious. So Glorious is, it's got your same DNA from the same YESIAM thing going on. So you're gonna find your DNA in there, but it's a little bit more on the tamer side. I feel like you don't find so much excitement and sweetness in it. It's just really good. It's a really still sweet, but not as emphasized as all the other ones. So this is definitely a hit. And so next we're gonna have YESIAM Glorious. Now YESIAM Glorious is more of a berry kind of, I get a hint of like sourness in it. It's just delicious, so definitely a hit. I don't know exactly, I don't have the notes of any of these fragrances in front of me, so I'm just telling you right off my head what I think of them. This one is really good. This one sort of reminds me one that I already have. I can't think of it, but I will find out. And then the next one, it's going to be ANAïA PREMIERDELICE. This fragrance, okay, so I smell some sort of peach in here. It's a good fragrance. It's not a bad fragrance, so don't take me wrong. I just think there's something in there that smells very alcoholic, you know, very, not boozy, but much more like you know, like plain alcohol in it. And I did waited for it to dissipate, because I was thinking it was probably just the alcohol, but it didn't. It never really did leave the fragrance. But it's a good fragrance, don't take me wrong. It's a little bit lactonic. It smells a little bit like a peach ice cream sort of thing. It's very sweet. It's good. So I'm going to say this one is not a hit or a miss, but it is definitely on the fence. So we're gonna go on the fence with this one, because I still have to give it a try, but it's not a hit, it's not a miss. Okay, so we're gonna go with that. And then the last one from Cacharel that I got is going to be LOULOU. I know LOULOU has been around since the 80s, and LOULOU is just amazing. And I can see why LOULOU has been around for such a long time, because it's probably been a hit for them. This fragrance does not smell old. I've heard people say, oh, this smells so much like, you know, it's such an old fragrance. Yes, it's an old fragrance, but I have fragrances that smell similar to this one, and they just released in 2019. So it's not, does not smell like, for example, when you have a fragrance that has a lot of aldehydes, those tend to smell a little bit more like the 70s fragrance, you know, when the aldehydes started to kind of come into the picture. This one doesn't smell like that. This one's very good. This one I like because it just, I think that people get the picture of it smelling old because the bottle looks very 80s. And I think people just right away kind of associate that, and I blame myself for that, because I look into bottles, and if the bottle is red, it always comes to mind if it has red apple or, you know, red berries or something. So no, this one's really, really good. I paid $20 for it, and it is really, really good. So you're not gonna find yourself smelling like aldehydes. It does not smell old. Smells very potent though. This thing is potent, so if you're gonna wear it, just wear once on each wrist, and that's it. And if it's too hot, you may just want to spray it really as high as you can and walk through it, and that probably be it. But it's a really good fragrance, and I don't see, you know, I don't see why people think it smells old. It does not smell old. I'm telling you, I have fragrances that smell like it, and they were just released about 2 years ago. So that's definitely a hit. And I'm gonna move on right now to some that I got. These are celebrities fragrances, and if you know me, if you've seen my channel, you know that I'm not really into celebrity fragrances, not for any other reason, but only because a lot of the times they're overhyped, and so it just, you know, it's not really as good as they make it look, but also because they tend to discontinue those fragrances quite often. So it'll be around, it'll be a flash, and they'll be gone. And it just makes me feel afraid that if I happen to really fall in love with the fragrance, they're gonna discontinue and I'll be out of luck. So yeah, I know it's a stupid reason, but that's my reason. And so I got Nicki Minaj Pink Friday. Pink Friday, such a sweet fragrance. I smell caramel and some kind of praline in it as well. This is a little bit more fruity, maybe some citruses in it. It's supposed to, you know, warm. It's a little bit more fresh. So it's definitely good. It's definitely sweet, and I love the bottle. You can see Nicki Minaj right there. It's adorable. I love it. So this is definitely going to be a hit. I love it. And so we're gonna go with another one from, and this is gonna be from Ariana Grande. This is going to be Thank You Next. This is a more basic fragrance. This is going to be just it smells just like white sugar, really, with a little bit of floral fruits in it, and not really much more than that. But it was, I think it was a hit. I like it. I think I'll be wearing it, and it was not very expensive, and it's adorable. I love what they did with the packaging, and so I think this one was definitely a hit. And then let's move on with, okay, so I got Versace Woman. I only spent, I think, $11.99 on this fragrance. This fragrance unfortunately did not work out for me. It's very underwhelming on my skin. On the bottle and on the blotter, it really smelled good, but to me, it just didn't do it. I wouldn't be reaching out for this fragrance much at all. So maybe I'll give it a couple of tries when it gets cold to see maybe the weather is what's doing it. Sometimes the weather has to do a lot with how a fragrance smells. And so I'm going to give it another try. But so far as it stands, this one is definitely a miss. Okay, and so we're gonna go with this other one. So this fragrance, it just says right here, Perry Ellis. I got it because it was right there, and it was just the way you see it right here, but it was inside the box. It was just like that, and it had a little tag on the side that I took off with the price of it, you know, $9.99, and I decided to take it because I felt so sad for it. It's just a pathetic little, no one was gonna take it. I mean, no one, it didn't even have a box. So I went ahead and it was a hit because this thing is so beautiful. It smells good. The juice, I don't think the juice is orange or pink. I think it's just clear. The juice is not a big deal. The bottle is not a big deal. So if you see it, it's really not a big deal. But the juice smells delicious. It's very fruity, very sweet, not overwhelmingly sweet, not sugar sweet or anything, just fruity sweet. It's really good. It's actually really good. So I have to say this one was definitely a hit and was like less than $10. So there you have it. Okay, next we're gonna go with Ralph Lauren Woman. Ralph Lauren Woman is actually not a fragrance that I blind purchased because I already owned this fragrance in the past, but I had to give it to my sister because my sister loved it, and so I just got it. I used to have a big bottle, but I don't need a big bottle anymore, and this one is just perfect. I love the fact that they do this thing with the cap so you don't have to worry about putting the cap back on, and it's just delicious. This perfume, it's really good, and I also got a steal, so definitely a hit. And so then we're gonna move on to you guys. If you guys see my channel, once again, you know that I've been lately trying to acquire more fragrances from Juicy Couture. I fell in love with Hollywood Royale and a couple other ones. I love that Juicy Couture Gold, the golden one, the one that has caramel in it. I love that one, and so I've been getting my hands on several ones, and then I found this one, BYEBYE Blue. And it is, I don't think that the juice itself is blue, but the bottle is. It smells really good on the bottle. On the bottle, it smells delicious. Unfortunately, it does not really sit well on my skin. It turns into the sour fruit, kind of weird smelling for me. I am gonna have to give it a few more tries just to be 100% sure, but as it stands, although it's a beautiful bottle and I love it, and I'm so glad I got it because it's looking really good right there in my collection. But it was definitely a miss because of how it turned out on my skin. Not so much because it smells bad, because like I said, it smells really good on the paper, on the blotter, and off the bottle it smells delicious, but on my skin it does not smell good. It does not sit well. It's like a sour fruit, almost about to go bad. So my pH does not want it. I'm gonna keep trying it though, but as it stands, it's a fail. And then I have another one from as you guys know, I'm a pink sugar lover, so I got Red Velvet Pink Sugar, and oh my god, so of my cheap fragrances, this is the sweetest, and it's probably my favorite. I have Pink Sugar and I have Pink Sugar Creamy Sunshine, and out of all those, this one is my favorite out of the three that I have. So I have to say that if you're gonna go with something, go with Red Velvet. I have not smelled the blue one, so I'd have to smell that one, and I'd have to buy it too to give it a proper try. But this one's definitely a hit, and I got a killer price for it too. It was like $15 for this whole 3.3 ounces. So we're moving on to, okay, so Jimmy Choo Blossom. Jimmy Choo Blossom. Oh, it's a head. It's just not as boom of a head, so it's good. It's very floral. It's not sweet at all. It's just very floral, very pleasant. I like it. I like it. So I'd have to say that it's definitely for somebody who's a little bit older. So this isn't your sweet teeny bop sort of a fragrance, but it's a very good one, and so it's going to be a hit. Floral. And then we are gonna move on to Jimmy Choo Illicit, also very cheap. Oh my gosh, this fragrance, when I first smelled it, I couldn't believe that it was a Jimmy Choo fragrance, because it just really was underwhelming. But as I wore it, it just kind of, you know, turned into something different on my skin. So it turned out to be a decent fragrance. It's not bad. It's just, I guess, you just have to kind of give it time, but it's all up to you. To me, it was a hit. So I'm going to be keeping it and using it, because if you give it time, it does set up something nicer. Next, we're going to go with Coach Puppy. I couldn't find too much in Fragrantica about this puppy. They have puppy, blossom, puppy, I don't know what else, but they don't have puppy, just puppy. So I don't know what's in it, just like all the other ones, but it is slightly fruity, mostly floral, very fresh. So it's a cute one. It's adorable, and I paid like maybe $15.99 for this one, so it's definitely a hit. And then the next one is going to be this one, and I left this one last because I was super intrigued by this one. I think it must have been like 5 minutes into looking for fragrances, and I found this one, and I found out it's just the most delicious thing, and that's going to be Michael Kors Sparkling Blush. It is just one of the most beautiful fragrances I have ever smelled. It's not sweet per se. Let me spray it just so that I can kind of give you more of an accurate description of it. It is a sweet fragrance. I don't know what it has in it. I don't know how well it performs because I only wore it once, and I had other perfumes on me. But it is floral, it is fruity, musky. It's very clean, but not detergent clean. No soapy clean. It's just really feminine. It's really nice, and I love the bottle, and I love the fact that, I mean, it could be anything that you really, you know, want it to be. It really kind of sets the beginning for your day, so it just kind of really molds itself to whatever your pH turns it into. So it's adorable, and I love it. So this is going to definitely be a hit. And that's going to be it for today, you guys. I hope you liked the video. If you guys have any of these fragrances, or if you guys have any suggestions for me, let me know down in the comments. I am looking for other affordable fragrances. I know Mary Beth, you told me about certain fragrances in the comments, and I am on it. I'm looking into purchasing at least one of them, and it's on the way. And as soon as I get it, I will be making a video about it. And if you guys haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. And if you are already a subscriber, I want to thank you so much for your support, and I hope that you like this video. And if you find that that you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next video. You have a wonderful day.